Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Project Zero. Bishop here with another video podcast for a set of in real life plus a slice of life. So, virtual, authentic paradox. And as we start out, how's your day been? Three main highlights. Three questions first. What's your main highlight? What was heavy frustration you experienced through the day, and how you resolve it? And finally, I don't know, make something funny. Just post a meme, something to lighten up the mood. Just checking in. This is a regular check-in. It's partly, the authentic, real portion where we just kind of make sure we keep ourselves running and see into each other, see to it that we're getting by and that we're going through this journey together. And so in this video, by the way, what happened in my day. So today, I really want to cover the fact that about 24 hours ago, I finally finished painting completely this cart. And I'm not sure if I started the video properly, but if I did, I will have been showing this as the thumbnail, and I'm pretty sure now that I didn't, so fuck that. But especially, oh man, that would be brilliant. Look at the card right there. Should be shown. Should have thought about it a little bit better. Doesn't really matter. But that's the main highlight. So we'll get to this in the latter portion of the video. But oh no, never mind. We're just gonna cover this entire video. Is gonna be focused entirely on the card. The next one, sorry, is going to be covering some cleanup and general food items. So we have this black bag purchased from an accessory shop, and I am very, very not communicating very well. I should be asleep. I should not be recording this video. I should be asleep. But things happen. Okay. Anyways, we have this bag here, and I finally painted it. I layered a third layer of paint, I believe. Some areas have 3 layers, some areas actually have 4. But this time, I did it right. So for example, when you paint, it's kind of common sense. If you're gonna paint a surface, you should paint the entire surface. So if you're gonna paint one face, make sure you get all of that same face. Don't leave certain places unpainted, or one place heavy there. Paint the entire surface uniformly, all the way through to the edges. Make sure you get the borders. So now it looks very nice. It's very uniform now. Whereas before, there was very clear blotches of paint across. Some heavy, some light. Some areas were just entirely looking like as if they were not painted at all, maybe just a little tint. And in other areas, it was like this very grainy, heavy black blob, splotch. But now it's very uniform, and it's uniform all the way across, from the left to the front, to the right, to the top, to the bottom. And when I say the top, I mean the lid. It's all uniformly painted, more or less. Not completely uniform, of course, but good enough. And now that when I turn on the light, before the paint job was so bad that if I turned the light or put it in front of the sunlight, you could tell that it was like still this navy blue. But now you cannot tell that it's blue at all. Underneath, the fabric is entirely black, purely black. And so the acrylic paint works, and acrylic paint is water-based paint. So I have a tube right here, a tube. I like the way I said it. This I should have had in the thumbnail. So why don't we just hold it like this, and I see the cart there. So why don't we? That seems like what is this? 4 minutes 44 seconds in, we have the cart, the bag, and the tube of paint, of acrylic paint. All right, and this is the thumbnail. Okay. or something along those lines. Oh geez, you can't cover. I can't show the card in full. It's very sad. Here, acrylic paint. Right here, it's like I'm kissing it or something like that. Acrylic paint, bag, and the cart. To whatever reasonable degree I can showcase it. I don't know. All right, so what are we going to do? First of all, we have this extra paint. So we're most likely going to take this and put this back into storage. I don't see any reason why I would ever paint again, honestly. But I will paint this. We'll put this extra tube of paint. We've used a little bit of it, just to top maybe, I don't know, 40 milliliters, and but it's 118 mils. So we're gonna toss this back into storage. I didn't think I'd have any left over. As for this, the main highlight of this video really is supposed to be going back over there and showcasing what I have to clean up. Actually, it's not even about the cards, it's not even about the bag that's supposed to be attached. So what we're gonna do is, of course, we've got all the creases, all the edges, and I should mention, by the way, that I was painting, and you know, one of the main things, aside from painting uniformly and getting the entire surface, I see here there's just like a little black thing here. You can see the paint, you know. So we get a few of these artifacts because we left the bag here on the open and it collected dust over the course of, I don't know, so and so weeks, left untouched. So we tried to dust it off, but we didn't get off all the dust. So that's what all these little artifacts are. As we were painting, the dust collected and left residue. So that's why they always say, you know, make sure that when you paint, you also have to wipe down the surface, right? Make sure that you get it all nice and clean so that it doesn't create these splotches of paint that aggregate into these clusters. Then you have to kind of, when they dry up, they become hard, you know, and stick out. Now I can tell that there's some places here that haven't been painted completely well, but you know, it's not terribly important that I get it. I don't see myself honestly getting the paintbrush wet again with paint and then having to wash it all over again just to touch up a few of these spots here. But if I want to, I definitely can, especially where again there's dust, and if I pull off the paint and pull off the black aggregates, it leaves these little marks here. So that does seem to look a little funny, but yeah, outside of that it should be fine. All right, so that's about painting, and so I want to talk about the bag. And so at this point, the entire bag is pretty much well done. It's well painted, well finished, and what we'd like to do, you know, we could do some touch-ups one day if we really need to. I don't think it's imperative. It's just something that we can do extra if we want to. But basically what we can do now, if we decide not to touch it up, and we may very well touch it up, to be honest, but what we do is we take this, place it on the cards, like this, right side up, with the lid up open, and we place the straps through the metal studs of the cards. I don't think they're called studs, but whatever you call them. That's the bag over there. And so I want to go over there in a moment. You know what, let's go now. I'm gonna go now, and I'll be back here in 5 seconds, literally less than that.
Enjoy festivals or dance and sing along to your favorite band. Make a splash at new beaches along the waterfront and explore new trails and parks. Get ready, there's more fun to come for everyone at Ontario Place. To learn more, visit ontario.ca/Ontario Place.
So what I want to do and say the main highlight is actually something you can't see. The main highlight is actually, so you can see the cart there, and I'm gonna place the bag on top of the cart, through the cart, after maybe touching it up a little bit and letting it dry. Then I'll put in the straps, hook it around, so that's sturdy, and you'll see. And then there's gonna be that Dudley lock combination lock. but the car will be ready to go. So what we're gonna do is just say that the main highlight of this video is really not this. That's kind of revealing. It's this stuff here on the side. I gotta be careful about what. So you see on the floor, there's all this fucking trash. I'm trying to orient my hands here. It's a little funny looking. I'm blocking it. There we go. And all that there is just this white, this clear, translucent hardware. Oh shit, that's not. I'm sorry, I am supposed to take a shower. That's why I'm like this. I didn't even think about. Anyways, we get all this this plastic here. And I mentioned before that this plastic is for Wendy's. I spilled some Wendy's zero sugar root beer. And you can see there's all this paint here that has splattered across it with the intention of capturing all the paint. It's not true. You can see on the hardwood floor, in fact, there is some acrylic paint on it. We have to wipe that up. So we've got to chisel off some of that paint and then wipe it up and then, you know, clean it up basically. Probably with some soap. I heard that acrylic paint, I tried it myself, so acrylic paint gets off really easily just with some soap. So it's not a difficult job at all, but I think it's more difficult than it would be if it were just wet and fresh. Now it's already dried and caked up paint. Anyways, the most important part is you can see that there's a paintbrush and the black bucket there, right? The bucket I can toss away. The paintbrush, oh well, we're gonna use it to touch up one last time. Some spots on the bag, but aside from that, we can most likely recycle the big bucket and all that trash there, and so with the painted blotches and paper towels with paint on it, as well as there's even a fucking banana peel, believe it or not. It's rotten as shit in there. We have to be very careful about the way we wrap that up so as to not, you know, make all the mold fly up into the air. There's also the Wendy's like packaging. Long story short, we're gonna bundle it up like really slowly and gently with all the paint and stuff and all that dirt and crap, and it's going just straight to the garbage. And we can finally after 2 months, I believe, of waiting for this to be done and over with, we can finally mop the floor, at least in that area, at the very least, because that's obviously like the main area that we come in through anyway. So yeah, that's particularly important, and I think that's about it for that. There probably is some stuff that I want to talk about, but you know, the main important matter to get to is on this side here. There's a lot of garbage that's collected up relating to food, and you know, it's again, some of it has to do with the fact that it just took us this long to get all the painting done, because there's all this other stuff that we're doing that takes up the majority of our time. The painting does not take up that much time, honestly. It just creates a mess of the schedule, because if I paint, usually it makes me late for the entire day. So yeah, anyways, so on the left hand side, as I said, that's probably going to be a topic for the next video. A bunch of food and garbage. So let's get to that. And I still have to take a shower, so it's kind of weird. Anyways, we'll talk about this stuff next. So thanks for tuning in. This is a slice of life plus IRL in real life. Authentic VR paradox, the how in real life channel, then project, brand, whatever. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. And again, leave in the comments and the posts and what's been going on in your life. What's the main highlight right now? It could be something grand, but it could be something small. You had kids. Oh, yeah, that's pretty grand. Yeah, your 5-year-old went and hit his first home run. No, I think that's a little bit too early. It's like even junior league. Or it could just be something small and minor, like you got, I don't know, you've got yourself some new tools in your garage. You went and bought a new tool kit and you tested it out and you really liked it. You maybe want to talk about that. Okay, anyways, so just give top highlight, what kind of frustrations you had through the day, and third last one is just loosen up and tell a joke, make light of something. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm signing out. Peace. And let's try and make use of this appreciation animation. I don't make use of enough, and as well as the be right back. See, now you see, as you can tell, I need some practice with this. See you guys.